Hey guys, greetings from Tokyo. This is Kathy Cat and today we're gonna talk about facts that you need to know before you come the very first time to Japan. I know right now quite a lot of you people want to come and visit Japan and we'd love to have you guys here, but right now you can't. So how about you learn these facts so when you can come, you're ready and good to go. Compared to many countries abroad, there is not much free Wi-Fi. So you might be expected to come and use your free Wi-Fi from Maps and similar. You might not be able to do that. In that case, there are three main Wi-Fi spots that you can kind of rely on, but the Wi-Fi is generally quite slow. One are stations. Big stations usually have some Wi-Fi. Number two is franchises such as Starbucks, or number three, McDonald's. Over there, you can maybe get a little bit of Wi-Fi depending on how busy they are. If you find Wi-Fi, you will generally need to register your ID with a password. Some of these actually require you to register in advance with the computer, so be sure that you have everything set up before you come. The McDonald's Wi-Fi is actually kind of fast if you're lucky. But if you're somewhere where there are no big stations, McDonald's or Starbucks, we can advise you to generally go and get yourself a separate portable Wi-Fi so you are actually safe. Even if you're traveling around, you'll still have internet with you at all times. So maybe register one of those in advance so you know you have the internet. Because we can't live without it. You have to go into a maze, it is called, station. You have to be able to navigate around mazes, and they are called stations. The reason for the station being so complicated is that there are different type of train lines that are run by different type of train companies in the same station, and also the stations sometimes are on different levels, plus alpha. They're very stretched out and very big, so if you get out at the wrong exit, you might not be able to meet your friends. So those stations, you really sometimes need help to navigate around. If you get lost within a station, you can spend up to 1 hour just walking around aimlessly. Shinjuku Station is a big example for that, but also Ikebukuro and Shibuya Station can be very confusing. My tip here would be find out the number of the exit where you need to be at, or a big building that is connected to it, because otherwise you will get lost. If you know the number, for example, A3 exit, it will be a lot easier for you to just follow the signs to A3 exit and get there okay. If you are in a big group and the trains are very crowded, you might have to split up into different sections of the train. That's because when it's very crowded, only 3 people might be fitting through one door and 3 people through the other door, so you might actually have to separate where you guys are. I know you want to stay together, but it's going to cause a lot of people trouble if you can't get in and the train wants to leave. Don't forget, trains are always on time in Japan. If the train gets really full, you will feel a little bit like you are in a dramatic movie scene, because even you 3 were together and more people will squish into the train and you get pushed aside and it will be like, I'm over here, it's 3 stops, you need to get on at 3 stops. But you're not supposed to shout in the train, so maybe coordinate before you actually get on the train and which station you have to leave. Otherwise, you might miss it. It will be hard for you to figure out what exactly is inside your food and drinks. It will be really hard for you to find vegetarian food, and even harder to find vegan food. Unless you have the app Happy Cow or similar other apps or some recommendations, you might be searching for quite some time, and salad might contain surprise meat, meaning you ordered a salad, but somehow there's some bacon on top. Why? Some restaurants have absolutely no vegetarian option. I spent one day just walking around a whole department store, a whole department store section, and with my friend who was a vegetarian, and all the restaurants had to tell us that they can't serve us because they had nothing vegetarian on the menu. You always fear that your bowing isn't quite up to the Japanese standard and you're kind of doing it wrong. Like, for example, the bow where you still look at people. ありがとうございます. You're not supposed to do that. You'll find it difficult to eat your Japanese snacks because they're wrapped again, and then wrapped again, and then wrapped again singularly, and then one more time wrapped. But when you get a really nice present box with gifts, edible gifts inside, you feel like you almost don't want to open it because there's some washi paper on the outside and there's a beautiful ribbon there. And then the tin has been printed specifically and it's just so beautiful. It kind of feels a waste to eat it. You'll be surprised in how many situations you will not be able to use your credit card at all. And at how many places you won't even be able to withdraw some cash. You'll find out that cash is probably the best way for shopping in Japan. So when you find a location where you can withdraw cash, be sure to do that. You'll sometimes even find yourself having paid for an expensive meal only by cash because they won't accept card and you don't want to stand in the restaurant and be the one person who goes, oh, I can't pay that because they don't accept your card. It's happened to me. It's super embarrassing. You'll be confused on which side of the elevator you're supposed to stand on, especially if you're traveling between Tokyo and Osaka. Tokyo's on the left side, Osaka's on the right side.
それ逆にしてもらっていいかな。
あ、そうだね。Tokyo's on the left side, Osaka's on the right side. You have to be quiet in trains. You have to be quiet in elevators. You don't have to be quiet in a taxi. Taxi drivers are usually very friendly and they love chatting with foreigners. Sometimes you even wish that they were more quiet. Sometimes they don't understand English, but they will still try and chat with you. You don't have to open the door of your taxi. It will open automatically for you, done by the driver, and you also don't have to close the door for the taxi either, because the driver will take care of that for you too. You'll find out that a convenience store is a great place to get lunch, breakfast, or little snacks in between. Onigiri, rice balls are fantastic snacks, and you'll find that out too. The best place to get cheap snacks and a variety of drinks and similar are obviously supermarkets. Supermarket snacks are great souvenirs because they sell them in a big value and you can then split it out at home with your friends. While in some countries you're allowed to sample some of the fruits and have some tasters of it, in Japan you're not allowed to do that. There will be designated little plates where you can then pick on from the fruit or try it maybe out, but that's pretty rare and yeah, don't just randomly eat the food. You will find the most expensive fruit in Japan, so always be sure to double check before you put that in your basket because the strawberry might suddenly be $100 instead of $10. If you don't have a bag, and in Japan they charge for plastic bags, you can always get a free cardboard box somewhere around supermarkets. すみません、段ボールください。お疲れ様です。So there's were 50 things to know before you come to Japan, but we've done more other videos where in a short amount of time we teach you 50 things. Be sure to check those ones out if you want to come to Japan. Don't forget, give us a like just to let me know that you watched it and enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging out. And if you have some extra time, find us on other social media, for example, our Instagram. The link is down below in our description box. We're always happy when you come and find us there. Thanks so much for hanging out, and I'll catch you soon with another video coming out from Tokyo to you. No matter where in the world you are. See you. Bye!